Today I am going to teach you a very important lesson in English grammar which will prevail your skill in spoken English as well as to enhance your grammar in the aspect of English language. So basically there are three types of tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense. Each tense has been further divided into four forms. For example, present tense. Present tense is divided into four forms: simple present, present perfect, present continuous, present perfect continuous. In the same way, past tense and future tense have also been divided into four forms. For example, in past tense, past simple, past perfect, past continuous, and past perfect continuous. Then in future, simple future, future perfect, future continuous, future perfect continuous. But before proceeding to our topic, we should recall the forms of verb. For example, there are 5 types of verbs. V1 is the base form of the verb. If we even go more deep, it is also the plural form of the verb. Example, go. V2 is the past tense form of the verb. For example, went. V3 is the past participle form of verb. For example, gone. V4 is the present continuous form of the verb or present participle form of the verb, which is base form of the verb plus ing. For example, going, coming, running, etc. V5 is the singular form of the verb. For example, goes, which we will be using in our formulas of tenses. Before starting, I would like you to like this video and subscribe our channel if you haven't, and press the bell icon so that our new grammar lessons reach to you at the earliest. Have a look here. Positive means affirmative sentences. Negative means not willing to do the work. For example, won't be. Interrogative means positive questioning sentences. Interrogative negative means sentences means negative questioning type sentences. WH sentence means the sentence which starts with WH questioning words. For example, where, when, who, how, why, what. Here is the chart of singular and the plural subject. We should follow this rule while forming sentences in the tenses. Here, he, she, it is a singular subject. I, you, we, they are plural subject. We have to use has for singular subject and have for plural subject. In the same way, does for singular and do for plural. For the negative sense, doesn't we should use in the singular subject and don't for the plural subject. And we should use V5, that is verb 5, in the singular subject only, and verb V1 in the plural subject only. And we should use S for the singular subject only along with the verb. Here an important note, we should add S in the verb if it is assumed as singular. And if we add s with the noun, it is changes to plural. For example, he plays with dolls. Play is a verb, but we are adding s because he is the singular subject. So it is not changed to plural form, it is assumed in the singular form only. And if we use s with noun, for example, dolls is here. I have written dolls, so it changes to plural. Now I have displayed here simple future tense. You can pause the video and observe it. It is same as I taught you before, simple present or simple past tense. Okay, little bit changes is there. You can easily understand this. In simple future, we have to use shall or will. Okay, and the same verb one and your subject, isn't it? Now you just observe the interrogative negative sentences. Here I have mentioned both the sentences. You can use not for negative sentences after the subject and before the subject also right, isn't it? And look at the WH question sentences. I have written both type of sentences, positive and negative. Just go through this. Now time for reason or condition. Simple future is used to talk about things that haven't happened yet. It is also used to talk about the action that will begin and end in the future. Now point to be remembered. To make them negative, we add the word not after the subject, okay, of the sentence. If not is contracted with the auxiliary verb, however, then contraction come before the subject also. Okay, and the second point is we have to use will or shall for both singular or plural form. We can also form negative sentences for WH question sentence. Let's move towards the future perfect. For future perfect, we have to use have for both the subject singular and plural, and our main verb is in past participle form. Okay, that is verb 3. The speciality of future perfect is have, because we are using auxiliary verb have, which is in the form of present tense. Okay, even though it is future tense, we have to use have. Now the conditions are it is used to express the action that will be completed in future at some time, and it is also used to indicate future event or action that has definite end date. Now pause the video and observe it carefully. It will motivate you. Now in future continuous, we have to use auxiliary verb be and V4, that is our main verb, isn't it? Here I have mentioned 2 sentences for your convenience, especially in the interrogative and interrogative negative sentences, which is help you to make out thoroughly. The conditions are future progressive is a verb tense that indicates that something will be occur in the future and continue for an expected length of time. It is also mentioned expresses action at a particular moment in the future. For example, I will be participating in the competition tomorrow, and at 8 a.m. tomorrow I will be working. Now try to remember these conditions. and point to be remembered. Now our last tense is future perfect continuous tense. In this tense we have to use have been, okay, because it is perfect and continuous, so we are using been. Here also we have to follow the same rules as I told you before, but we shouldn't use since or for rules in the future tense as we used in the past and present tense. That point to be remembered. You can observe the video all the 4 tense carefully. The conditions or reason of the future perfect continuous is used to express the ongoing action that will be completed in future before a certain time. For example, how long will you have been living here? At the end of the year. Just go through this point to be remembered. The second point, because it is continuous tense, so we have to use base form of the verb and auxiliary verb been. Even though it is a future tense, we have to use have because it is perfect, okay, continuous. Now our future tense video is over here. I have mentioned a very minute detail so that you can understand sentences and conditions very easily and go through the point to be remembered. The link of the video for present tense and future tense is provided in the description below. Before moving towards that video, don't forget to subscribe and like this video and surely press the bell icon.